It's episode 73.
Kevin, did you miss me?
Did you miss me? We were on a bye week.
We did.
Little do people know we there's 52 weeks in the year and we take 2 buys.
We have so far. We've taken 2 buys because we're not professional podcasters.
Yeah,
in
and
life.
we're also not going to how would I say this? We're not going to show up flat today like the Washington Huskies.
Oof. Dang.
Although no inclement weather to take a part of to impact our performance.
Hopefully not. That would be bad for our houses.
No, that would be bad. Although I'm in a garage right now, so
It's more likely you are going to be impacted.
How are you?
Things are great, Kev. Things are great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really looking down this weekend, and then the Seahawks saved it. So
the Seahawks, they when they're down, other teams are better, and then when the other teams are down, they're just always there, winning games, making the playoffs, giving us things to think about.
Yep, I was worried because they were so good last week against Washington, and the Huskies had come off a bye or a win, and Husky basketball is starting.
Yeah,
and the Sounders had just won their home playoff game, and I'm like, oh, we missed a great week, which we did. There was like fun things happening. And then I texted you this weekend. It was just like rain lost. Sounders lost, epic shootout. Huskies lose an atrociously bad.
I think you texted me in the third quarter, and I wanted to text you back. I'm like, dude, there's still like a whole quarter left.
They were so bad.
You know how bad they were before? I saw a tweet. Their leading passer was their punter.
The Wisconsin. I know. I was going to save that one, but you were on it. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Wisconsin's leading passer in the game was their punter. But we're not going to start there, Kev. We're going to start
happy thoughts.
We're going to start happy thoughts. Although, do you want to start with something, a little sad, but
yeah,
in fairness.
R.I.P. Lenny Wilkens. Lenny Wilkens, basketball legend.
Yeah.
You're part, I would say we're part of the Seattle basketball community. I mean, not to the extent as some actual people that played this sport and started for Seattle teams.
Wow. I feel like that was a veiled shot.
No, I mean, we both played for Seattle Prep, but I don't think we had collegiate careers or professional careers. But Lenny Wilkens was very visible at almost everything, small, big. And he wasn't to me, he always seemed like an old guy. But what was interesting
he had an old look for sure, even when he was young.
He never came across as he wasn't just being rolled out there. Like, he was an active member of the community, not just basketball, but the Seattle community. Kind of different than Bill Russell. Bill Russell was kind of a recluse.
Totally.
He lived in Mercer Island, and people knew that, but he kind of we saw him on TV more than in person at things in Seattle.
Yeah, Lenny Wilkens would speak at events. He'd go to related to this, fun fact, in 7th grade at Bishop Blanchette basketball camp, I got Lenny Wilkens' autograph on my 50th anniversary Sonics book. We knew he was coming, so it's huge. It's not in a regular size, big size book. I think I have it over here, and he has a picture in the middle of it because it was so it must have been 50th. It can't be 50th. That wouldn't be right. It was probably 25th if I'm thinking about the year, because this would have been 92, so it would have been 25th anniversary. And we knew he was coming, so you could bring something to sign. And I brought this big old book, and he signed the middle of it. It was great. I still have it. So,
am I getting this right? That he was a player coach?
Oh yeah, baby.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That you could be a player coach. And I don't know when that stopped in the NBA. Was he one of the last people to do it? I think Bill Russell might have done it.
Bill Russell did it. Yeah, that's a good point, Kev. It's about that era. It's late 70s is kind of when it ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like JJ Redick could do it for the Lakers. I think he wants to sometimes. He's like, I'll get in there and run this and hit
Yeah.
this three. You know,
I mean, who says LeBron's not doing it? It's like the worst kept secret is like LeBron is
I think,
coaching the team.
but way less with JJ there now.
Yeah.
And the way they're phasing out LeBron, it's a real NBA storyline with Luka. It's a real thing. If LeBron's got as much voice as he once did, but anyway, that's for a different podcast at a different time.
The player coach thing is really cool. Lenny Wilkens, if you go to our top 100, which we haven't updated for a year, we pegged him as the 29th best Seattle athlete of all time. Now, we ranked the athletes based on their accomplishments in Seattle.
Yeah.
And so while he was at Seattle, he was a 3-time All-Star, and then the player coach from 1969 to 1972. So he was playing and coaching, but what was cool is that he later on was just the coach, and he got the Sonics their only NBA championship in 1979. So him, along with Pete Carroll, and all the Storm coaches that won championships,
and Brian Schmetzer for the Sounders,
and that's it.
Yep.
Like that's it. And maybe you throw Don James in there because he got a national championship, and then all those Husky coaches that got national championships. But professional sports, right. Lenny Wilkens, legend.
Yep.
So, R.I.P.
Kev, we're both wearing Seahawks hats, so there's a reason. After this depressing weekend, we're going to start with something positive. My God, the Seahawks are good.
Yeah.
I mean,
the hype around the team nationally, like it's
building.
Kind of annoying now because it's like, the Seahawks, watch out for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
It's like, we watch them every week. 6-2 doesn't feel like amazing, but when you're 7-2, it feels or it looks different. Just the record.
I'm kind of with you. Yeah.
Yeah. The
it
Rams
feels
are also
like you
7-2.
And they play next week. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be a great game.
Oh, it's gonna be Brady is going to be on the call. I mean, it'll be the national game of the week. It's going to be awesome. I agree with you. 7-2 sounds cool. I think after last week's drubbing, it was on national TV. People are like, this Seahawks team's legit.
Yeah.
And then, there are people predicting, the Cardinals will cover. The Cardinals might sneak this one out because it's easy to dismiss it as like, the hype's come. And they just absolutely went out and trounced them. It was 35-0 in this game in the first half.
It was 21-0 with I was like
at the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter.
There were it was 14-0 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Like it was
and it's everything, right? So Tyrese Knight had a great game. DeMarcus Lawrence has 2 touchdowns, which is insane. Basically
more
the same
touchdowns than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, basically the same play. Sorry, somebody's mad about our fantasy trade where I gave you Sam Darnold. It's everything though. They're so surgical on offense. They just go down the field.
Star, so this is how I think of this team.
Yeah.
On offense, they have I would call him a proven quarterback and an absolute star.
Proven's a tricky word there. Let me pause real quick. He is a good quarterback in the NFL right now. He might be great, but proven is different because he hasn't won a playoff game. So you can't say he's proven.
That's a great point.
But you could say he's currently great, which is true. I mean, he is.
I'd much rather have him in a playoff game than Russell Wilson, who's a proven playoff quarterback.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So, we don't know. And then we're getting into the stretch run, right? So now we're getting into the second half of the season. Like a truly great quarterback will just keep on churning out performances like he has and leading this.
But I interrupted you. So we have let's call him a great current quarterback. Go ahead.
And I think on defense, I kept on thinking about this because the defense is one of arguably the best in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting about the defense is there's not a superstar on the defense. And it's just so interesting because we had this whole thing about the Legion of Boom, and it was all about Sherman. It was all about Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor. And it seems like every week it's someone in the secondary, or now it was the front seven, or this week it was the linebackers, right? There's always these different sets of guys making plays on defense.
Yep.
And there's no reliance on any part of the defense. It's like all those guys are working in concert, and because of that, different players are going to have different standout. Are going to have standout. There's going to be different standouts from week to week, and that's what's so awesome about this defense.
But let me ask you this. So my buddy Lewis, who listens to the podcast, hello Lewis, texted me and said this is the best defensive line they've ever had in history of the franchise.
Yeah.
And I pushed back a little bit because I'm like, no way. The Super Bowl team with Bennett and Cliff Averill, right? And then I started to really, he pushed me back, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, I don't know. So the question to you is that the star of the team, this defensive line? Like, you could say the front seven, but with Ernest Jones out, Tyrese Knight's in, I think so much is scheme with McDonald, which, you know, it was scheme with Carroll too. It was revolutionary at the time, what they were doing with the big corners and kind of the zone coverage and how they use different pass rushers. Like, people were so reliant on like a front four and like one pass rusher. And the Hawks Super Bowl team had a bunch of them, which is kind of what they're doing now. Scheme wise, they're doing they're doing different stuff now. No, they're just doing different stuff now. I mean, one of the big things people talk about is that their front four provides so much pressure without blitzing. Although every time I go to a highlight, I feel like they've blitzed when they're not expecting it and they get a big turnover. Yeah, so he's using the blitzes at the right time from the right spots. Eamon Worry is a big part of it. And I think he might have got hurt today, but do you think that front four is comparable or is better than that team, that Super Bowl team?
What's hard about that Super Bowl team is that it's hard to separate. Defenses are like units, right? So Michael Bennett and Cliff Averill arguably were able to get to the quarterback easier because
the secondary was incredible.
The secondary, you could rely on like Earl
Which
Thomas,
maybe that's part of the case right now. And, like, I mean, maybe that's happening.
Yeah. I don't know, because I can definitively say like that secondary was better than this one, right? Like that is, I think.
Yes, I think we can say that.
Everyone would agree with that, right? So it's hard. It's a hard comparison. Then we're only halfway through the season, right? Like,
can I give you some information? So Jerron Reed's on IR. That takes a hit, although it didn't seem to matter today, right? And he's on the IR for 4 games. He's been having a great year, but Byron Murphy has 7 sacks. And I feel like people aren't talking about Byron Murphy enough. He was a big time draft pick last year, and then he just didn't really pop his rookie year. Like, do people realize how good he is? Not even just Seattle, like nationally. You said nationally we're getting attention. He has 7 sacks from a defensive tackle position. And then Leonard Williams has 5. I don't know. I feel like if you go to edge rushers, you've got Nwosu has 8 sacks. Uchenna Nwosu was like left to die, not to make light of it, but it was like, oh, he's just hurt all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence has 5 sacks. They're kind of loaded.
Yeah, they might quietly
be
loaded.
I know, it's weird. It's like people,
no one's like, or
nobody's talking
like
about it.
The guys themselves, they're not like Richard Sherman yelling every week, telling everyone he's the best. It's just different. These dudes are just not wired like that. And I don't know if the Seattle sports media or the Seahawks aren't doing a good enough job of like making these guys like figures. It's just so weird.
I'm going to tell you what's going to
weird. We're 7-2 and like they don't have a superstar on defense, but their defense is the best in the league.
Their defensive line might be the superstar. Like the defensive line might be that good. And if you go to like PFF, Pro Football Focus, I mean, here's what's exciting about next weekend. I mean, this is before today's games. I think they don't have the Rams and Seahawks updated yet, but they're number 1 and number 2 in PFF overall.
And offense is number 2.
Well, it's overall total, but offensive, they're number 1 and number 2. Defensive, they're actually, the Rams are 3rd and the Seahawks are 9th.
Oh, you're saying the Rams and the Seahawks.
Yeah, Rams and the Seahawks. And then if you go to DVOA, which people like more a little bit, the Seahawks are, I don't pay for the whole thing, so I just see the one. Seahawks are 1 and Rams are 3. Yeah. So we're however you want to look at it, you're looking at maybe the two best teams in the NFC playing next weekend for first place in the division. Seahawks swept the Cardinals, so that helps, but they have to play the Niners week 18, which is kind of a weird one.
Have they already played the Rams? I can't remember.
No, they play them twice in the next. I don't remember the exact stretch, but they've got the Rams twice. They've got the Colts. They have the Vikings in there. They play.
They don't get to play Jacoby Brissett again.
No, they're done. Although that's a whole thing in Arizona. Like, what are they doing? I mean, maybe you're done with Kyler, but I don't know why you'd bench Kyler Murray. But that's a whole nother story.
They benched him?
Yeah. He's just benched.
He was injured.
He's benched.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They might say there's an injury, but everybody down. If you go on Twitter and start, you know how the algorithm, if you click on one tweet, it gives you a bunch of others. I clicked on a Cardinals tweet, and it's all like, this franchise is ridiculous. They should all be fired. They're benching Kyler for Brissett. What are they doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anything else on the Seahawks?
Well, I was just going to argue. Just that defensive line is insane. I'm excited. It's the NFL, so maybe it'll never happen. But if they could ever get a back end where Witherspoon, Love, Woolen, Job, Eamon Worry, and Bryant are all playing. I mean, can they get better? Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm really geeked out for next weekend. I want to make sure I don't have something to do on Sunday. I want to watch that game.
Yeah, let's tell the people when the game is so they can start figuring out their weekend.
I think it's 1:00, unless it gets flexed, because I think they can start flexing games into Sunday Night Football. I believe it's Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox.
Oh no, that's week 16. Sorry, week 11, 1:00 on Fox.
Yep.
Thank God it's
and I don't think Fox
like
has given that up. Yeah.
So if you have YouTube TV like us,
okay,
what do we do?
Can we talk about this? No.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it because then we can talk about the Husky basketball.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I was able to watch it on an illegal stream.
Okay, I needed to text you for the illegal stream, so I went to dinner tonight after coaching a 6th grade CYO game. We don't want to talk about that one. And I was looking for an illegal stream, but I'm so bad at it that I'm like Googling illegal stream Huskies.
Do you actually Google?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to find it. I'm a rule follower, Kev. Yeah. I don't have ESPN currently because I use YouTube TV. I almost was like, well, I'll just get Fubo for a month, but it was like $100. I'm not going to pay $100.
Yeah. Also,
so I need to text you
moved from Fubo to YouTube TV.
I know.
This is just.
Can I tell you my bigger gripe?
We were hyping up YouTube TV.
So it's great. It's great. Yeah. It's great. Other than this, but let me tell you, my bigger gripe is with the ESPN, and here's why.
Yeah. So
Baylor, Washington tonight. We're waiting to get into this restaurant. I'm like, I'm just going to watch the first 10 minutes. You know, I went to the opener. I've seen highlights of the Denver game, and I wanted to watch the Baylor game, or at least watch a replay.
Yeah.
And I go on my ESPN app. I'm like, well, I know I pay for ESPN Plus, and it's like $130 for the year for ESPN Plus. Right?
And you get everything. You get Santa Clara basketball.
You get all this terrible stuff. Yeah. You don't get
volleyball.
Yeah. Kev, you don't get ESPN. So I pay $130 per month for ESPN Plus, and I've Googled it because I'm like, this is weird. You don't get ESPN with ESPN Plus.
So dumb.
So ESPN's making me pay $130 a year to go watch Division III lacrosse and lawn bowling and Santa Clara basketball. You know, shout out to the 2-0 Broncos. But I can't watch the game that's on ESPN. And because I have YouTube TV, which is in a pissing match with ESPN, I can't watch that either. And so I've got to go get Fubo again, or I need a friend who would send me an illegal stream so I don't have to Google illegal stream Baylor, Washington.
So Disney Plus too.
Oh, I logged in.
I logged in.
And I couldn't get my password, so I'm resetting my password.
Doesn't matter. All you have on
just
Disney
frickin'
Plus is like
lacrosse.
Or it has a link to the new ESPN Unlimited, which is
what I needed. I needed ESPN Unlimited. I'm like, oh, I can pay $20 per month for that. And as I've said on this podcast, I pay a lot of things for a lot of services. I drew the line. So I did not watch tonight. So I need you to tell me your 3 takeaways.
Okay, wait, before we get there, can I
No,
just tell
I
you
can't
what I
talk about it
want
anymore.
this world to this is what I want. So people are saying there should just be like a sports app. Like, this is the dumbest thing, but like, I download a sports app, I pay this amount, and I get all the sports. Any sport I want to watch, I get it. Like, it sounds like it'll never happen. Here's what I actually want that I think is actually like achievable. The teams and the leagues get together where they can say, UX team can offer all of your games, every game you play on an app or whatever, and then whoever subscribes to that team, you'll get it. So for me, I would just get like all the Seattle sports teams, right? And then I'd get charged like $10 a month per team, and then I'd get all their games and nothing else, right? Like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And I think that's totally feasible because each team and league can like make that happen, as opposed to like Fox One, Fox and ESPN and
Kevin,
TNT
it's not feasible because they want money.
They haven't done it.
They want money. They just want more money. I was in a conversation with my sister-in-law about why there's NFL games in Germany. She's like, do the Germans really care? That's a great question. I'm like, no, the NFL wants to make lots of money. That's why they're in Germany. That's why the Colts and Falcons are there, which is wonderful when you're laying in bed and you can just turn on an NFL game in the morning. But
speaking of
Germans,
Huskies, Hannes. I guess we've been saying his name wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you need to tell me next time you go to a Husky basketball game, but on the broadcast, they're saying Hannes Steinbach.
Interesting. Okay.
So, yeah.
Is that your first takeaway?
Well, my first takeaway is I wish JJ Mandiquit would start like trying to shoot it or driving and shooting, like kind of like trying to create for himself, or teams are just going to lag and kind of like what Baylor did today. They had like the little pack line defense. So at the end, like he was pretty much useless because he's not going to pull up and shoot a 3. So that's my first takeaway is like,
okay, can I build off that a little bit?
Yeah.
So
we're early on in the season. So
totally. I was with Justin, loyal listener, watching the first game of the year against Arkansas Pine Bluff, who's a truly terrible basketball team. And I was like, JJ's amazing. And he's kind of like, are you sure he's that good? And that's kind of where he's been, I think, so far, is he hasn't popped as much as I had hoped.
Yeah.
And I think maybe to your point, not being a shooter in college now is hard. It might be easier in a FIBA game where you have a bunch of scorers around you. He had the number 1 overall projected pick next to him, all these guys. And he's short spurts, but when you're the point guard for 26 minutes a game, 27 minutes a game. I mean, he's certainly distributing. I mean, he's got good assist numbers, but it's.
I want to dig and see his plus minus.
Yeah.
Because surely Sprinkle's looking at that, and it might be the case that, I mean, he's leaving them in. Like at the very end of this game, they got it to 2 possessions. They were down like 73-68.
Yeah.
And then on offense, they were going 4 guards and a 4-guard set with
they kind of have to.
But you don't really like, and part of the problem is like Desmond Claude is injured. Like,
right.
You have some injuries happening where you go to this 4-guard lineup, but it's like Diallo can bring the ball up and score. Right. And then so that kind of like defeats the purpose of having Mandiquit in. I think it'll be interesting to see if Mandiquit, if teams just keep on playing him the same way, if Sprinkle will be forced to just kind of start Diallo. Instead,
but he doesn't shoot either.
Well, he'll drive and score.
He's more athletic getting into the key. Sure.
Yeah, but the point is well taken though, because what was happening at the end is they were just packing it in and the guards couldn't do anything.
They don't have shooters. Yeah. I mean, that's my if I can jump in for a second takeaway. I'm worried about their shooting. I'm worried about.
I mean, they have guys that can make 3-pointers. Like Kamari can make a 3-pointer.
I mean, they were 3 for 20 today, and Peterson was 1 for 9.
Yeah,
and Yates was 1 for 5. Mandiquit is actually 1 for 2. So they're 3 for 20 today from 3.
That's why you lose that game. I mean,
Yeah.
you make 2 of those 3-pointers, and it's maybe you win the game.
Yeah, it's not good. They really
That's
can't
pretty
shoot,
bad.
and I really thought they were going to be able to shoot this year. I don't know who I thought was going to do it, but I guess they went 7 for 20 against Denver.
I
Tucker's
watched
been
that game. I fell asleep. It was kind of like
Tucker's been surprisingly better than I thought, especially shooting the ball.
he was
But
injured too, I think.
Did he play today?
No, I don't think he played.
So that's a big difference. I mean, he's been. Oh no, he played 21 minutes.
Okay.
He had 6 points. He only shot 1 3. Yeah, I don't know. They only have 8 guys. I'm kind of stepping on your toes here with the takeaways, but
No.
they've only played 8 guys in all these games. And like Big Frank only played 9 minutes today, and they started Somerville, which was interesting. They definitely missed Desmond Claude, and they missed the Limpscomb player who I can never say his name, who's going to be back sometime in December. And then maybe this other European guy who's coming, maybe they'll have a rotation, but oof, I don't know.
It's early on. They looked very competitive against probably a well-prepared.
Yeah, how good is Baylor? Like, how good is Baylor supposed to be?
I mean, they didn't return any from on the broadcast when I was watching this. Baylor didn't return anybody from last year, but it's Baylor.
They always
Like
reload. Yeah,
Scott Drew, right? Like,
let me look at the Big 12 projections.
I think they were picked to finish 8th or 10th.
Ooh, wow,
around that range. But then
that's
again,
that's a good conference. My God,
it's the Big 12.
They're picked 7th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tricky. So the guard is Yasafu is supposed to be a NBA draft pick. I mean, this is a conference where Iowa State 6, Kansas 5, Arizona 4, BYU 3, Texas Tech 2, Houston 1. I mean, that's a loaded basketball conference.
Really good. Yeah.
I mean, the Big Ten is also loaded. So yeah, I mean, the fact they're competitive probably feels okay.
Not a bad loss. It's not a bad loss.
Yeah.
You know what a bad loss is? Let me tell you what a bad loss is.
Tell me.
The Huskies losing to Wisconsin on the road is the bad loss.
It's atrocious.
It is horrible.
It's so bad.
You know it's bad when my wife tells me during the game, she goes, "Why is he kicking a field goal, a 50-yard field goal in the snow?"
That thing had no chance.
I have no idea why he's doing that. Yeah. And sometimes the camera pans to fit Jed Fish.
Yep.
And he's just like holding his play card. Like, it's like it. I don't know if it's his demeanor on the sideline.
You're coming right over to my side, baby.
Take your play card, throw it on the ground, and yell at someone. Like, do you have any emotion? Like, what is happening? Like, Oh,
Kev's got some emotion.
Yeah. They just.
Am I correct that they are 1-7 in the Big Ten road games since he's been there?
Yeah, and they've lost one.
And the one they won
game
was a miracle. Where they came back against Maryland, right?
That's a horrible loss. I mean, granted, Oregon had trouble at Wisconsin, but I don't care, right? And people start to make excuses for him. Like,
I don't like it. I don't like the excuses. Yeah,
I don't buy it, and here's why. Kurt Signetti brought dudes from James Madison and is winning. Like, Jed Fish's talent level that he brought over, like, don't tell me that Indiana, like, was in a worse position than, don't tell me that, like, UW couldn't have the same turnaround as Indiana, right? Like, doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't, to make excuses for him continuously. Now we're in his second year. We're halfway through the second year.
And to be clear, I want to be fair because I think, you know, I kind of crap on Jed Fish a lot on here.
Yeah.
I don't have expectations that they're a national title contender. I've been saying since the beginning of the year that I saw a tough road. I thought the win against Illinois at home was awesome. I was all hyped on DeMond, who looks bad now, like legitimately bad, whether it's weather or whatever. So this isn't coming from a place like where people say, "Oh, he doesn't have all his dudes yet." Blah blah blah. No, no, no. I'm not talking about being a national title contender. I'm talking about being competitive and prepared on the road,
Yes.
and they're
Yeah.
not. They're consistently not. Even the games where you're like, "Okay, this is interesting." The Rutgers game at home, they were down early. Rutgers is not good. Maryland on the road. Turns out Maryland's already fired their coach for next year, which they shouldn't have. Like, these aren't good teams. Wisconsin's not good.
Yeah.
And you could absolutely argue Washington's not either. Unfortunately, their line on both sides of the ball is not good. So as much as we're excited about John Mills, they're getting blown up by big boys on Wisconsin, and maybe that's players and players heard and whatever. But we heard the story that they went out and got guys in the offseason in the portal, and somebody's paying a lot of money. And that
Yeah.
offensive line shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, to be fair, I think there were a couple injuries on the offensive line, and I think the weather just kind of neutralizes a lot of things. And then Coleman gets injured, and
Yeah, but Coleman hasn't
Denzel
been good in
Boston was
weeks.
hobbling.
Coleman hasn't been good in
Yeah,
weeks. So what?
yeah.
So doesn't that? Do we think Jonah Coleman's not good? I think he's good.
No, I think
I
that
think Adam
falls on the
Muhammad is
coaches.
good.
Yeah, I think it
I
falls on the
think
coaches for not figuring out how to win a game.
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
how do you not score more than 10 points?
Yeah,
Right? With those weapons on offense, where you
Kev,
have
we have to repeat what we said
way
earlier.
better offensive talent.
Wisconsin's leading passer was their punter with 24 yards.
It,
How do you lose that game?
this is what was excruciating to me. It was like you knew that they were going to run the ball. Like you just
Yes.
knew that that's all they could do. They had a true freshman at quarterback, and to the defense's part, to the defense's UW defense's credit, like
They were
held
fine.
Wisconsin to 13 points.
Yeah, they're fine.
And then you roll out this offense, and they just look confused. And then Damon's playing hero football.
And there's
right?
two true freshman linebackers dominating the game.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
There's like at one point there was a 3rd and 30 because of like penalties and stuff.
And everybody wants to say it's not Fish's guys, blah, 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 blah. He's got to build it. When Denzel went out, they had 3 true freshman receivers running routes. Do you remember when you went and got the guy from Penn State who doesn't play?
Yeah.
So that's you, Fish. That's your staff loading up your roster in the offseason. This isn't DeBoer's guys. This isn't because you couldn't get dudes. You went out and got a dude that we are all excited about, and he doesn't play. And whether that's because you misidentified him or whatever, it's on you guys for scoring 10 points on the road against Wisconsin. It's really bad. It's bad.
So, I mean, it's amazing how, and let's totally be transparent. Like the last time we met, we were talking about the last time we had this podcast, we were talking about, hey, all of a sudden you win 3 games, you could be in the college football playoff. Like it's amazing how things change.
You said that.
Yeah. But
I pointed out the losses that were coming.
Yeah, to be
not
fair,
Wisconsin. I just said,
yes.
I asked you the question, do you think they're going to go beat Wisconsin, UCLA, and Purdue? And you actually said, you're like, they're probably going to lose to one of them they shouldn't lose to. I feel like that's what you said. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah. And they can still finish the season strong, and objectively, like it'd be a very successful season to go from 6 to 8 to 9 wins. Like I'm happy with it. But the ultimate question is like Fish, and I think we knew this when they hired him. Fish isn't DeBoer or Chris Peterson.
Yeah.
Like his ceiling is probably Sarkisian. When Sark was at UW.
Yeah.
Right. Which means his ceiling's probably what he did at Arizona, which is like a 10-win season. And that's like his very best. Right. Like it looks like he's probably going to lose 3 games every year. And
and the problem is they're losing it. I mean, sure, they're not as talented as Oregon. Like that Oregon game's going to be brutal at this point, is what it feels like. Although it is at home, they play a lot better at home.
A
Um,
totally different team.
they're-
They're just juiced up. Yeah.
but I don't know. He gets out coached all the time,
That's also frustrating.
all the
And
time.
it makes me wonder, should he just give up play calling duties? Like, as good as DeBoer was, he let Grubb call the plays because there's so many other million of other things you need to do when you're managing your team on the sideline, besides trying to figure out what does Jimmy Doherty do all? Does he just chat with Jed Fish? Like,
I don't know.
drives me nuts.
I don't know. It's the worst part about it is the game is awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad to watch. It wasn't just that even if they won, I would be on here saying gross. But I'd probably say they pulled it out. Good for them.
Yeah.
They stay relevant. But it was disgusting football.
I think this is what was frustrating is the whole game they could have won. They could have won it to maybe like the what was it, the last where Damon Williams, like, they had the fourth down, like they were still in it. They had one more chance to
but I texted you. I did text you early
that.
because it just didn't look like they could do anything.
Yeah.
Damon was rattled, and maybe he's young and
he shouldn't be rattled anymore, man.
He's still pretty young, but like you got to find ways to get something going, a screen pass. I don't know, whatever. Regardless of what the reason was, you can objectively say Wisconsin outcoached them on that side of the ball because whatever they tried didn't work. So therefore, you got outcoached. Like, it's the reality. Unless you think Wisconsin has better players, which I don't think anyone would say going into the game. So
yeah. So here's my ultimate question for you, and we always like to talk about bigger things. Chris Peterson lost 6 games his first 2 seasons at UW.
Combined or in each season?
Each season he went like 7-6. They made bowl games, and but it was more of the same until he had that run of like 10-win seasons, Pac-12 championships, CFP appearance. But it makes you wonder here, right? Like, and maybe I'm just siloed in the algorithm,
right?
Like Husky Twitter just kind of losing its mind, which I think this week it was very warranted. Like, is the leash too short, or is it just different? Right. And I think we're kind of in a unique position because we saw that this program can be at the mountaintop, right? Or close to it.
Yep.
And so can we act like, can the Washington Huskies act like one of these big programs and just fire a dude for losing 5 games in a season? I don't know.
I don't know who you're getting. So I don't know who you're getting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Who are you wooing? Like, the last cycle they got DeBoer, and like that's great. And but there was no guarantee.
I'm going back to look at the Peterson stuff because you got me interested in that. So this first year, they started 4-0, and they were scoring points. God, they had that crazy Eastern Washington game where they won 59-52. Then the 5 losses before the bowl game were all ranked teams in the Pac-12. And they, it's his first year. Okay, now I'm going to the next. So they actually ended up 8-6. Then they were 7-6 the next year, and they lost to Boise State, who was ranked. Yeah, that year was worse. Cal, Oregon, who wasn't even ranked. Arizona State's not ranked. That Arizona State loss is bad. That might have been No, it can't be Jaden Daniels. They were in games, and then they finished strong. They won 3 in a row to finish, and that went right into their 12-2 year, 10-3, 10-4. It
makes you wonder, like, where is this all going?
Yeah, right? It might be too prisoner in the moment. I mean, Fish is.
Yeah.
It seems like they have a culture. I have a hard time with the culture because I don't know what their culture is. I can't see it in terms of style of play, discipline. Like, what is the thing that they're hanging their hat on? I don't know. be a pro. Isn't that their thing? Maybe that's their thing. Just
Yeah,
like
but
be a
it doesn't
pro.
feel like it.
Yeah,
Like
but they don't really.
I never got there with DeBoer because they were just winning games. Like with Coach Pete, it was very clear,
Yeah,
like that culture. And then the Jimmy Lake culture was very clear that it was a bad culture. But here it just seems like
I was just gonna say like so. Let's give him credit. They have a culture, and he can recruit.
yeah,
Um,
he can recruit better than DeBoer.
it
I
doesn't.
think that's
Are
clear.
they developing guys? I don't. Maybe it's too early to
Demond looks
tell.
better than he was last year. Like,
I don't know.
um,
I mean, he was so bad in this game. It's really hard for me to say that.
yeah,
He just regressed so much in this game. It was so bad.
yeah.
Kev, he's like the way he was going through his progressions, the way he was not able to throw down the field. I mean,
I
he
will
threw
say he's
20
throwing.
completions for 134 yards.
Yeah,
Like,
I will say this: he's throwing the ball away, which I mean, it's
I
not a great improvement, but it's like
I don't know if I
okay,
can even go there
he
because
can.
I felt like when he threw it away, it's just like bad passes. I don't
Yeah,
feel like he's. I mean, he had 19 carries. Is he really throwing the ball away if he's carrying the ball
yeah.
19 times?
Let's just be clear too here. Like the past 2 weeks or past two podcasts, you were on the hype train. You're totally on the hype train.
Damon?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
he was
yeah,
one of the most exciting players to watch for me,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, in that
yeah,
Illinois game, he had huge highlights, but the week before in Michigan, I was not on the hype train. I was worried, right? And then he got me back on with Illinois. So maybe it's a young quarterback on the road. Maybe that's fine.
yeah,
Um, I'm not off the demand. I'm more putting it on. All right, I'll try to be clear. I
yeah,
feel like they need to help him. And what was Fish and company doing to help him against a Wisconsin defense that just kept doing the same thing and stopping him?
yeah,
So where's the variation of the routes, or is it like the Damon couldn't see him? It could be that's what it felt like watching it. Is like Damon was blinded by the snow, sleet, whatever, or the elements or what or the crowd or whatever it was.
mm-hmm.
Maybe they did scheme up some awesome stuff that he just missed. That's hard to know when you're not, intimately part of it, but the result was one of the worst losses in the last 10 years. I mean, given the circumstances, you just got ranked. You're on a path where you could play Oregon for a spot in the college football playoff. You don't play Indiana. You don't play Penn State. You don't play Iowa, right?
Yep,
You're set up and you blew it.
yep. And it
So,
wasn't even. The score was close, but it didn't feel close.
mm-mm.
They just played bad.
No.
It
And
just
if
played
I
bad.
was listening to the radio, I was listening to a lot of the radio in the first half. I mean, they were like, it was bad from the beginning. They were not playing good football from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So
And
whatever they're
here's the
doing on the
yeah.
road is not good. They need a different
Yeah.
routine. So
So they have Purdue this week.
it's at home or on
Which
the road?
it's at home, so it feels very winnable. They've
They'll
lost
probably
one
win
game
by
at home.
yeah, they'll probably win by 35.
Yeah. And then they got a road game at UCLA at the Rose Bowl. Could be probably their last game at the
UCLA is
Rose
going to
Bowl
win that
for a
game.
very long time.
Wait, why?
And then yeah,
Why?
did you hear about this? UCLA
No.
is going to play their games at SoFi Stadium.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
They just quit the Rose Bowl. So
Isn't
and
it
then
isn't it on their campus or no?
no, the Rose Bowl's like in
It's like a
Pasadena,
separate
so it's a whole thing.
and is it
Yeah.
a separate entity like not even part of the
Yeah.
like do they
Yeah,
rent
it's
it?
like kind of like well, yeah, so what they do from what I understand is like they yeah, is that what it's called? They rent for their games, right? Like they pay to
Interesting.
play their games there, right? And they're the main tenant. So,
Right. Wow, the Rose Bowl becomes weird now.
yeah. It's
Okay.
one of those yeah, it's interesting.
Well, Huskies are going to beat Purdue. They're going to lose to UCLA, and they're going to get boat
lose
raced
to Oregon.
by Oregon.
So,
And they're
what's
going
the
to go to
final
the
record?
Alamo Bowl and lose to somebody. It's going to be Very
Worse,
disappointing.
they're projected to go to the Los Angeles Bowl. So
That's not even a bowl. That's a city. What are we doing?
yeah, they're gonna play at SoFi.
Can it at least be the In-N-Out Bowl or something?
Yeah.
The
So
La
that
Brea Tar Pit Bowl?
so that would put them at 7-5. You're saying they're 7-5
Going into the bowl?
Yes, if
And then they
so they're
lose. So they'll be
6-3.
7-6. They'll be one game better than last year. Congratulations, Jedfish. Go get your extension.
That's brutal, man.
I can't talk about this anymore. Let me talk about something more depressing, Kevin. I gotta touch on this quickly. The Seattle Sounders. It's actually not more depressing to me because they have won championships under Brian Schmetzer, unlike Jed Fish, who's done nothing. I just got to rant for a second. Okay.
Let's do it.
I have 3 separate rants about the Sounders. So they get to a game 3, best of 3 series against Minnesota. My first rant is against Dane St. Clair, the Minnesota keeper, who was the MLS keeper of the year last year. He's a very talented player. I'm ranting more out of bitterness than I am actually that I'm mad at him. He was talking so much mess and trying to screw with the Sounders on the PKs that he got a yellow card. And I feel like he should have got a red card. Like, he's just walking up to them, talking crap, getting in their way, telling the ref the ball's not on the spot and they have to change it. He's doing anything he can. And then he's so hyped after the Sounders hit the post. Like, he didn't even save it. In fact, Obed Vargas had such a wide open shot. Sinclair went the wrong way and he hit it off the post. And if he makes it, the Sounders win that game. And he's acting like he's the greatest keeper in the world. I'm like, you didn't make the save. This is like I saw in the NFL today. This is the equivalent. Michael Penix Jr., our friend, throws a deep ball to Kyle Pitts and he underthrows it, sadly. And the Lions defender on an underthrown ball, it hits the back of his helmet. And this dude, not Lions, Colts defender. And he's just flexing in the camera and he's crossing his arms. He's doing all this stuff. I'm like, Doug, number one, you did nothing. It hit you in the helmet. You should be embarrassed. Like, you didn't even turn around and it was underthrown. You almost got torched. That's how I feel about Dane Sinclair. Number 2, the Sounders themselves deserve a rant. Multiple chances to win this and blow the PK. Okay, great. PKs are hard. Whatever. Good teams finish this. They also had a 2-0 lead, and they had a 2-1 lead with a man advantage. Minnesota was down a man, and the Sounders blew this game. Like, you got to be better in this. You can't lose in the first round of the MLS playoffs when you have that opportunity. That's terrible. This is a disappointing season. This is a really disappointing season for the Sounders. Number 3, the Minnesota United fans have this thing called the Wonder Wall. Okay. So it's behind the goal and they call it the Wonder Wall, and it's called the Wonder Wall because they sing Oasis's Wonder Wall at the end of the game when they win. Maybe when they win.
How does that song go?
I'm not singing that, Kev. Isn't that right?
What a lame song.
Or am I singing a different one? Is that a different Oasis song that I just sang?
Dude, I don't know.
I looked it up. I'm like, maybe I'll give him credit. Maybe like some sick kid came up with the idea and they're honoring the kid. Or maybe Oasis, maybe one of the Gallagher brothers really isn't English and he was born in Minnesota. No, these guys were born in England. This song is stupid. In fact, in the article about why Minnesota United has it, it basically says the song could be about loyalty, intimacy, or hope. You get to decide. What are we doing? What are we doing, Minnesota? You decided years ago to pick a song called Wonderwall from a British duo that no one really likes that much, and it's your song? Hello, Prince is from Minnesota. How about you sing Little Red Corvette at the end of the game? How about you sing Raspberry Beret, 1999, anything. You have Prince from your city. Prince, arguably the greatest artist of all time. And you chose Oasis? And then you're the Wonderwall? And this stupid Apple TV broadcast the whole time, Kev, is just like this guy with this fake British accent. He's probably not even really British. He's like, oh, the Wonderwall's so amazing. Here they go. Do you like my accent? It's really good. And they're just singing the song. Oh my God. I hate it so much.
Why'd you leave it on? Aren't you the type that when your team loses, just shut it off?
Only the Mariners.
Yeah.
The Mariners lost that game. I turned it off so fast. And Dana said, I want to watch the Blue Jays celebrate. She didn't really say it like that. She just likes the human element, the emotions. She wanted to see the Mariners cry and all that. She's like, Joey Cora in the dugout, 95. Don't you remember? I'm like, I can't. This one, I don't know why, Kev. Because this freaking Wonderwall had me.
Yeah.
All right. So the Sounders, okay. Actually, it turns out I'm more disappointed than the Huskies.
Yeah. Are you as disappointed in the Sounders as you are disappointed in the Seattle Reign?
It didn't help that Laura Harvey had a whole article about using ChatGPT to form her formation this year. And then they lose in the first round. Seattle soccer, really a rough week. I'm disappointed as a season ticket holder that the Reign lost in the first round of the playoffs. That's lame.
Did you go?
It was in Orlando, Kevin. No, I didn't
sorry.
go.
Sorry. This is how much I follow the Reign.
Yeah, I did not go. They had chances. Is actually, I don't know. MLS is weird with the best of 3 in the first round. I don't know what to say. It's both teams really disappointing, losing the first round of the playoffs. Like, be better.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm pissed about the Reign. They went out and got Lynn Williams. Congratulations, she's pregnant. I'm not throwing any shade at Lynn Williams for not being able to play. Lynn Biandalo. Mia Fischel, remember we talked about in this podcast how cool it was. She came over. She didn't know she played, but she's not doing anything, right? They're playing like rookies. They're counting on them to score. I don't know. I just felt like they got this high-powered offense that then in the end was pointless. Like, what was the point of getting all these players? It didn't do anything. I want Laura Harvey and the Wonderwall and Jed Fish to go live on an island right now. And they just have to have Laura Harvey enter ChatGPT prompts, and then they have to respond to them. That's what I want.
Yeah. Jed Fish will insist on calling the plays though.
He'll be like, I don't need ChatGPT.
I've coached at 20 different places.
I've coached with all these great people, and then the Wonderwall will just be singing the whole time. It sounds like hell, honestly.
Let's end on a high note. Let's here's what we'll do for top 5.
All right.
We discussed this before because we coming off the bye week, came in like the Huskies, didn't come in prepared. So we're gonna.
You don't have to say that, Kevin. No one knows.
We're gonna give you.
Don't give away our secrets.
Top 5.
Doesn't matter because no one actually listens to the whole thing. They just watch the TikTok.
Yeah, highlights. They do watch the TikTok. So maybe this will be. So I'll just name my top 5, and then you can dissect it.
Can I tell you something quick before you do this?
Yeah.
Speaking of the TikTok, I had high schoolers this week. I was on a retreat with some high schoolers.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, yeah, you came up with my algorithm. Isn't that scary, Mr. Elsner? I was like, it is scary.
And then did they say that was it?
No, they're like, it's really cool you have a podcast. That's what they say.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I like it. All
right, top 5. What are you giving me?
Top 5. Okay, so top 5 athletes in Seattle right now. Should I go from 5 to 1?
Okay, hold on.
Give it to you.
Top 5 athletes. What's the criteria? Like most entertaining?
No. Best. Like best. Okay. The subjective best. Okay, top 5 best Seattle athletes right now. Okay, I'll just go 1 through 5, starting with number 1. Cal Raleigh. Easy.
Yeah, you can't really argue against it.
MVP candidate, even if he doesn't win, led the team to the ALCS this year. Ridiculous.
I don't know if everybody saw this, but just to talk about Cal for a second, I don't know if you saw this. You probably did. New Balance. He signed with New Balance, And they had this promotion in Seattle today, down by the stadium. They were giving out these hats that said, when it rains, it dumps.
You know what?
That's a cool hat.
We got contacted. I got a direct message from one of their media people inviting me to go out. I should have given you the invite.
Whoa. Kevin, I'm in shock right now.
I'm sorry. I should have given you the invite.
There's 2 layers to this. There's 2 layers. Number 1, you started with we got contacted because you're right. We run this podcast together. And then you did not share that with me.
I'm sorry.
Number 2, you don't live in the city and I do.
Yeah.
What the hell, Kevin?
We get chances to play reporter every once in a while. And yeah. So yes, I did hear about it.
As long as this happens and we operate this way, we're going to be a JV podcast, Kev. Yeah. If you want to be a varsity podcast, can you start sharing the things?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Okay. So, number 1, Cal Raleigh. Number 2, Julio Rodriguez. Oof. I think Julio also had a career year this year, and he also helped the team make it to the ALCS.
Counterpoint
easy for me.
Counterpoint. Did Julio Rodriguez lead the league in anything?
No, but that's not the measure, right?
Because Jackson Smith-Njigba has the most receiving yards in the NFL right now.
And might be the best
for receiver. A first-place team.
Yeah. All right, so you got me convinced. I think you bump him above Julio.
It is a short span, but he had a good year last year, too.
Yeah. So we're at Cal, JSN, Julio.
Okay.
Number 4.
Are you doing this on the spot? I thought you had a list.
No, is it Sam Darnold?
Well, here's what's tricky, right? So like if you want to go to like the Storm, it's too confusing right now. So if we could just say we're going to eliminate them because everyone's a free agent, so they're not really on the Storm. We don't know if they're coming back. The Storm can't be a part of it, right? Is there really anybody on the Reign playing at the level to be included? No. Is there an individual on the Sounders playing to be included? I mean, Christian Roldan is on the national team. So
yeah,
I know you don't care about soccer, Kevin, but that's not the point.
I mean, and then I don't think there's anybody on the Kraken that are standouts enough to kind of like.
If I was going to talk about the Kraken, I would talk about how statistically they should be the worst team in the NHL, and they're not. And I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, I think you got to think like, is anyone better than like Brian Wu, right? Like, who would you rank above Brian Wu? Maybe Denzel Boston. I think Denzel Boston's number 5 because he's just played so consistently great.
So you'd put Darnold 4, Denzel Boston 5.
I think I'd put Boston 4.
Yeah.
Darnold 5.
Denzel Boston is like an All-American right now.
Yeah. Like
with
last
maybe
year,
Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State, maybe?
Well, what was interesting was last year he fell off in the second half. That hasn't happened yet, and we're in November. Yeah.
I'm going to try
of the big 3, he's been the biggest.
Well, college football is so hard because Denzel Boston is 21st in football and receiving yards. So, but there's all these
touchdowns.
I mean, he has 8, but there's guys with 10. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just Jeremiah Smith has more yards. There's a guy for Rutgers who has more yards. There's a USC. There's a guy with almost 1,000. I'm looking at like the big schools. There's a guy at Florida State with more yards. There's a guy at Tennessee. There's a guy at Louisville. So he's probably not an All-American right now. He's just so good when you watch him.
Yeah, he was hobbling and still making catches. Like,
I don't know. I'm gonna go Darnold.
Okay, so
Wait,
Yeah. And
what
Darnold
about my
hasn't,
man Byron Murphy or Leonard Williams?
or the defensive line of the Seahawks is like, we like to think of.
Yeah, but Leonard Williams is like,
Yeah, big cat.
I don't know. He's a dude, man. This is
Yeah.
hard.
I'd probably rank them above Darnold.
Darnold's
So,
pretty good, though. I'm totally going back and forth on you. Darnold's pretty good.
just for the sake of like individuals,
Yep.
like, let's go.
Darnold has the best QBR in football right now.
Yeah, that's hard to argue against.
Let's go with Darnold 4. You want to go Boston 5?
I like Denzel Boston. I think he should
over Haynes Steinbach
and over Demond. Yeah,
Steinbach's
doesn't
great.
help.
Steinbach's. Yeah. It's early, Kev, but
he's a lottery pick, man.
He had 15 rebounds tonight against
Plays
Baylor.
above the rim, like he's really good.
Five's a real debate. Also, just a shout out to the Husky women's team who've only played one game, but Avery Howell came out in that game, the transfer from USC, and had 16 points and didn't miss a shot before she missed one. Like she was 3 threes right away. They look good.
That's a portal pickup, Jedfish.
Yeah, that's right, Jedfish. Avery Howell's the real deal. They play Montana on Monday. That'll actually be an interesting test. And I think Husky basketball will be fun in the city this year.
Yeah.
So I'll go with you with Denzel 5. That's
okay.
Fine.
So counting down from 5, top 5 best athletes in Seattle: 5 Denzel Boston, 4 Sam Darnold, 3. Who was 3?
Julio.
3 Julio.
2 JSN.
2 JSN. Number 1 Cal Raleigh. Sounds good to me. Top podcasts in Seattle. The Wait for It Seattle podcast.
We're probably number 1. Honestly, we'd be number 1 if I reported from the New Balance event today. Then we'd be number 1. We'd be number 1 if people would respond to our media requests so we could get the interviews we asked to.
Yeah. Thanks for listening if you're listening.
As opposed to the people who are not listening who can't.
Well, they just decided to leave us since we took a break.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, people just keep on coming back.
I think the people we have, they when we have a bye week, they just cry. They just cry all week, and they're like, "What do I do with myself?" I want to hear rants about Oasis, and I want to hear Kevin scream into the microphone about Jed Fish. That's what they want. That's what they want.
I have people like DMing me because they don't want to express their opinions to me about Husky football like out in the open.
Yeah.
Either to say I'm totally right or I'm totally wrong. And I find it the meltdown that happens on Husky Twitter is I keep on saying fascinating, but it's just so interesting.
It is fascinating.
People have different ways to cope with things. Like you go on like the firefish thing, which seemed really popular this week, or fish isn't that bad. It's those two things.
Husky football seems especially agitated
up and down.
one way or another. Whereas like Husky basketball, it's like people get frustrated, but maybe they don't care enough, which is actually worse. Yeah. I don't know. Mariners Twitter's worse than Husky football though. Mariners Twitter's bad.
Oh yeah, Mariners Twitter
it's real bad. It's real bad. Maybe this week next time we'll have a Mariners signing or something. That'd be exciting.
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about the Mariners. I don't really want to say goodbye to them. So
yeah. Well,
we'll see what happens.
If you want to talk about the Mariners next week, tune in next week. Or if you want to listen to the Mariners next week, tune in next week.
Tune in next week when our special guest is Josh Naylor, who recently re-signed to the Seattle Mariners.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.